You're listening to Made of More with Laura O'Donoghue, proudly sponsored by Empower Fitness Carlow. Train with world-class coaches and join classes built for lifelong results. Get stronger, feel better, be empowered. Find us on Instagram at Empower Fitness Carlow.
Hi, I'm Laura O'Donoghue and welcome back to Made of More. If you're tuning in for the first time, this podcast is all about strength we discover when life doesn't exactly go to plan. Each week, I chat with people who've taken their struggles and turned them into something stronger. And if you were here for the first episode, thanks for coming back. We're only getting started, and I'm so excited to share more of these stories with you. This season of Made of More is sponsored by Empower Fitness Carlow. Train with world-class coaches and join classes built for lifelong results. Get stronger, feel better, be empowered. Find them on Instagram at Empower Fitness Carlow. So, let's dive in. This is Made of More. Vicki Ochala is a kickboxer with some massive wins under her belt, including European titles. She grew up around martial arts thanks to her dad, and after a long break, she found her way back to the sport in her 20s, and she hasn't looked back since. Now, with a huge title fight on the horizon, Vicki is training harder than ever and fighting not just for victory, but for the story that brought her here. So let's start from the beginning. Vicki, hello and thank you for coming.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's so nice to have you on the couch.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, wonderful. Let's start at the beginning. You were brought up with martial arts in your life. Let's start from there because I know you have so much you want to tell us.
Well, okay, so my dad was a martial artist. So he got me into judo when I was about 5 or 6 years old.
Judo, wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, I loved judo. Well, actually, that's a lie. There was
She's lying already.
So there was times where I really disliked it and he had to force me to go. But then there's times where I loved it as well. But yeah, basically he got me into judo. It was something that I had to do, I'd like to say. I tried other sports. I tried like tennis, gymnastics, football, but judo was the one that I kind of had to go to every week, twice a week, 3 times a week then when I was older. So yeah, I grew up on the mats. My dad would be training after me, so I grew up watching him train as well with his friends. But yeah, that's kind of where it started.
That's amazing because is judo like would have been a big sport back then?
Yeah, so I'm actually Polish, so in Poland it was a really big sport. So from the stories that I've gathered, basically back in the day, my dad would he was competitively fighting.
Wow.
But all of his friends would be in judo, and I think they were all the police force, so they would be training judo as well. So it was just a kind of thing that the lads would do, you know?
That was their thing.
Yeah. And then he was competing. He was competing and he got his black belt and he was working. And then just with life, I think he kind of he still had passion for it and he still loved it, but he kind of had to
step back a bit.
Yeah, and then I was born and then he moved to Ireland, and when he was comfortable enough again, or when we were comfortable enough, he brought me there and he started training again. So it's something that he's always done throughout his life. And yeah, he just brought me into it as well.
I think being that young and being around a martial art is quite an amazing thing for a young kid.
Yeah, especially judo. There's so much respect in judo. There's, you bow when you get on the mat, you bow to your opponent, you bow when you're sparring, you bow. You're always showing that level of respect to your coaches, to your partners. And especially for a kid when you're rolling around and stuff, it's it stimulates in a different way, so it's great.
Completely. It's it's the best exercise both mentally and physically for a kid, isn't it?
100%. And it teaches you how to lose as well. Winning, losing, controlling your emotions, which is a big one, especially as a child,
Control your emotions is extremely hard. I don't think we can ever control our emotions. We just try work through what is in our head the best way that we can. Your dad was your dad a policeman?
I don't think so. I think he was training with loads of policemen.
Okay, so it's kind of like a big group.
Yeah. So they were all kind of joining the gym as like, I don't know, physical exercise, you can say. Yeah, it's training.
A good group with some good fun. Yeah. Your dad did pass away suddenly when you were 7.
Yeah.
And I know that must have been a massive thing to try even understand at that age.
Yeah. Well, I think like most kids, I didn't really remember a lot of it until I like kind of grew up and processed it. But yeah, it was tough to get through as a child, especially like, you know, seeing my mom and having a younger sister and stuff. So it was definitely like a big thing in my life that kind of made me though.
Yeah, it does. And as hard as it is, it does shape to who you are as a person when you grow up.
Yeah.
So you have one sister, younger?
Younger.
So did you feel like you had to take on that, you know, that role to try be there for her too? Because it's hard.
Yeah. I did, and I felt like I wanted to be there for my mom as well as much as possible, you know. Yeah, it was hard, but again, like it just shapes you and makes you stronger in the long run, you know.
And I know it's quite hard for some. I know there's probably a lot of kids struggling out there that have lost a parent. And like at that age, it's just very confusing because you don't know. You really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you try to understand it and you try to justify what happened, and like, you know, you kind of go through stuff in your head. And I think a big thing when you're a kid is that you don't really know how to communicate, so you internalize a lot of things and think no one else understands you, even though, you know,
there is so
many, especially even like a parent or an auntie or an uncle. Like, I think at some stage everyone has lost someone in their life. So
unfortunately,
yeah,
it is the case. But it's finding that strength to, you know, be pushing you in the right direction. When you were going through that, did you kind of steer away from martial arts, and was that something that, you know, kind of brought memories back to you maybe, or?
Actually no. So I stuck with it, and my mom was like, she's the most amazing woman. Like, she would still bring me to training. She like made it her goal to bring me to training, even though we were living out in Swords and it was in Blanche, so, you know, at 6 p.m. you have traffic, you know.
Of course.
She was going straight from work to drop me to training, and then we found a gym closer, but she always found a way to bring me and to make sure that I was able to compete and stuff, which led me to kind of fall in love with the sport.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I really did not enjoy judo. Like, when I was a young girl and my dad would make me go, I would be in the car crying, and I mean sobbing.
Aww.
Not wanting to go. But like, my friends were all roller skating outside the
I know,
house.
it wasn't
and
a
playing in
cool
summer.
thing, no.
And he said, no, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, training. Like, no matter what time of year it is, training. That was like one of the lessons I've learned from him. But then I started to fall in love with it, and it actually became like this release for me in a way.
Okay.
Yeah, I was competing. I just loved it. I loved going training, and I actually loved it so much that my mum, at some, like, when I was being bowled at home, the only way she could ground me was not from going outside. It was from not. She wouldn't drop me to training. Like, that was my, like, even the phone wouldn't work. She'd be
I
like,
absolutely love that. That's so funny. Like, typical mum. Yeah. Yeah.
She was like, you're not going training tonight. And I remember, like, I had a lot of respect for my coaches, but there was this one coach, he scared the living bollocks out of me.
That's kind of good though, as much as that scares you.
It was good. It was good, but I remember, like, if I missed training, he would give out, so that I'd be stressed and I'd be like, I have to go
you
train.
You have to be there. You can't miss one.
The world is still spinning.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, no, it became this release, and it became something I really, really loved, and I really enjoyed. So yeah, I stayed with it.
Kind of hard to go back after taking a break for so long. Like, what age did you finish at then?
I think it was like 16, 17, and that was like, I part of me regrets falling out of it, but at the same time, it just had to happen, you know.
Yeah.
So I kind of, like, I don't know, I don't want to say I fell into the wrong group, but I definitely, like, got new friends, and, you know, we were like going out, and then at the same time the club burnt down.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I didn't have a club to go to.
That was not the best time of
No. So it was like, that was a big pivotal moment as well. And yeah, the club wasn't there to train in, and COVID happened, so technically you weren't allowed to be training, but we didn't even have the club. Like, if we had the keys, it wasn't there. So all of that kind of added up, and yeah, I just kind of fell out of martial arts, and I was just like angry little teenager, I suppose. And I was going
a lot of angry teenagers out
there. I was going through a lot in my head, and I was kind of going through my leaving cert and finishing my leaving cert and going through college, and I was really confused about how I was feeling, and I didn't have that release anymore. So I was going to the gym, and I was trying to like move my body as much as possible, because that's all I kind of knew. And I still loved feeling strong, and I still loved feeling fit, but it's not the same type of fitness as when you're sparring or when you're moving, when you're
completely different,
with different bodies. So I kind of fell out of martial arts, and then I think I might have been like 18, 17, 18, I think 18, 19. I met my friend in the gym from judo, and he's like a good bit older, but he actually was just like, Vicki, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long, you need to come to Team KF.
Oh, this is where this started?
This is where this started. So then he was like, you need to come to Team KF. And I was like, I remember like when I was younger, I used to like be obsessed with Rana Resi. So she was a judoka. So I was like, oh,
she's some woman.
Yeah, I was like, I want to be her.
You want to be her.
I want to be an MMA fighter. And I was like always on two minds about going, but I was so scared to go. So when he was like, come, I'll partner up with you and I'll help you, and I'll give you a hand. Yeah. That was like I was like, okay, right, I'll just give it a go. Why not? And yeah, that's when I got into.
That was it.
That was when I got into Team KF, and I was doing all the classes. I was doing jiu-jitsu, I was doing kickboxing, but I just fell in love with striking so much. Like I loved jiu-jitsu as well, but there was something about striking. Like I was like, oh, I just wanted to do this forever. Like my mom kind of wasn't happy about me doing that when I was 16. She was like, I don't want you getting hit. Fair enough.
Was she okay then when you went back?
Well, yeah, I was 18 at the time, so she was kind of like, yeah, you do whatever you want to do,
your choice.
Yeah, so then I started kickboxing, and then
when you kind of stepped back into kickboxing or any martial art for that matter of fact, was your dad with you when you were there? Was it something that was...
At that time I was still very like sensitive about the topic, and I think like it definitely was on my mind. Like I feel like a lot of the time I don't know, it's something that I wouldn't actively think about because it used to upset me a lot. But I definitely think like it was a moment where I was like, yeah, he would have been proud. Like I know he's that. Yeah, like he's happy I'm here,
that. And that is like it's such a heartwarming thing to hear that, because like everyone goes through loss in a different way, and your coping mechanism was kind of, at the start, maybe when you were in your early teens, you weren't as dedicated to things as you were now. Yeah. But that's just the road that happens, isn't it? Because you're so confused. You don't know what the right thing is to do. Yeah, you just... For yourself.
100%. Like, I think, especially when you have, like, these obstacles, like, for example, the club burning down, like, that was, like, another, like... Obstacle what do I do now, life, you know? Because I remember when I was, like, 14, 15, and I was deep into judo, I was like dying to become a professional athlete. Like that was like a dream for me, and it was kind of hard in Ireland now because with the funding and stuff, it was a bit difficult to do that, especially with a single mom who has to pay for everything. Like that was the comps and the camps were really expensive, and of course, then I was like, okay, well, what if I move to Poland and I fight for Poland? So that was another thing. But there was always like, I kind of had this idea of like, oh, I want to compete, I want to be a fighter, I want to be an athlete. I think athlete is the key word. I would have taken up any
athlete is the key word there,
any sport, but I wanted to be an athlete, like push that boundary of what my body 100%, could do.
100%, like there's a big difference between that, because it's about how much it takes to be an athlete, to just to go into a class or just attending somewhere. When you're an athlete, it takes over every aspect of your life. But you kind of wanted it to, because you want to do the best that you can do.
100%. Like that was such a dream for me. It was like, I don't care if I go to college, I just want to be an athlete. And my mom was like, no, you can be an athlete if you go to college. Yeah. Because you need a backup plan. And I remember in my head I was like, oh.
But
Why is she
now
making
you can
me?
see that, can't you?
100%.
Can I just say your mum sounds like an amazing woman? She
Yeah.
sounds very like my mum.
She's
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that lovely, I don't know, just that heart, having such a massive heart and always doing the best she can for her kids.
Yeah.
That
Putting her
always
kids
gets me.
first.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
100%. And that must be really hard on your mum too, because she had to grow up with that sadness. But you have obviously helped that so much with her.
Yeah, definitely. She definitely has that feminine strength, you know?
Oh, I can
Like-
only imagine. I think I haven't met your mum before. I've seen your mum
Yeah.
because I do a lot of fight reels and fight media and content. So I luckily get to record Vicky sometimes. I love doing that, and I do see your mum there. And to me, the most important part of anyone's fight is after.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, connection with your family and like your little sister. The last,
so excited,
oh my
isn't
God,
she?
She's just so beautiful as well, and she seems like such a beautiful soul. But like, she's learnt that from you and your mum.
She's so pure. She's so like my mom. I have to say,
Really?
she's so like my mom. I'm like my dad, and my mom always says it. But she's so like my mom. She's very like soft and feminine as well. Now she has the thick skin, and she can punch too.
Yeah. She's not that timid.
No, but no, the two of them, they're amazing. Like my mom hates the fights.
Really?
Yeah, well, I don't know if she hates them. She hates watching me fight. But she's always there. She's always
To
there.
support you.
Even if her eyes are closed or, you know, she's hiding away from it, she's always there, which like is what means the most, you know?
It's kind of like your safety blanket when they're at your fights, though,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like when you have, and like they're so proud of you and they're staring up at you fighting, and that must be an amazing feeling. Like,
Yeah, to be honest, when I'm getting in the ring, I don't really notice much in the crowd, but I would always look out for my mum and I'm like, where is she sitting?
where is she?
Yeah, you usually know where they're sitting, but I'd like make eye contact and be like, I'm okay. Just like tell her
Yeah.
I'm okay as well, you know?
So your sister's like your mum and you're like your dad.
Yeah.
What makes you like your dad? If you don't mind me asking.
My mum says there's actually a lot of stuff. She's like, you're so driven like him.
I love that. He was
yeah.
really driven.
Yeah, he was really driven.
This
just
is
like
where you
my-
get this from then, Vicky. I love it.
My personality, she says, like that bubbly, like people.
Outgoing kind of.
Yeah. It's mad. Like it's like the randomest things. Like I get sinus infections a lot. And she's like, your dad would be the same.
Oh my God, I love
that. She's like, even the way sometimes you like, I don't know, you're just sitting there and when you concentrate, you have this face. Like it's just
Just reminds her of him.
Yeah,
That's
like so many
lovely.
random bits. But yeah,
But I wonder, is that nice for her that, you know,
Yeah.
she just then will think of your dad. It's crazy. My mum had actually said to me about my little niece. She was very like my sister that passed. And when I seen the picture, I was like, oh my God, isn't it crazy? The way you can see that person in, you know, the way your
Yeah.
mom's seen your
Even-
dad and you.
yeah. Even sometimes, like I don't know how old your niece is, but sometimes the people don't like they don't have the time to be influenced by that person,
Yes.
and they still grow up with them.
Them
But things
traits
they-
in their
yeah.
life, yeah, they're quite like each other.
Yeah,
You have a massive fight coming up.
yeah.
Well, she always has massive fights coming up, to be honest with you. Talk me a little bit about Evolution, the Evolution show you're on, yeah?
Yes, Evolution. I'm fighting Chloe Kyo for an Irish title. So, yeah.
How's that training going? What dedication does that take? Let's just start from that. Like like give me like a week in your life.
Okay.
What does this look like? I actually don't know if I should ask this question. We'll be here all night.
Okay, so I am just finished. I'm out of college, so I'm an artist. So I am like in a studio making works, and then I work in a cafe, and then I'm training full time. So
Oh my God.
my weeks are really busy.
How
But
do you like sort all of that in your life?
I think like just staying on top of everything, you just need to be organized. I think like you need to know your priorities. I think like for me, sadly enough, I don't really get to see my friends as often as I'd like to, but when I do see them, it's great, and I get to see them after my fights or when my camps are done. But
We're so
yeah,
proud of you.
it's very like, yeah, I have my goals and I'm just,
You just have your mindset, don't
I
you?
just have to prioritize them, you know, and I think like real friends understand that.
100%. If you have a real friend that supports everything that you do, or They don't even have to be shouting for you.
Yeah.
They're just there for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Means a lot, doesn't it?
It doesn't have to be any big act. It just means that like something as simple as like they don't get annoyed if they don't see you for a while. It's just understanding, yeah.
100%. So your fight is coming up, and how many times do you train a week? Just given that aspect of that, like if you want to be a driven 23-year-old in sport, this is what it takes. So what does it take?
So I do 2 boxing sessions a week, usually mornings, and then 2 S&C, 1 conditioning, and then I have K1, like double K1 every evening. So
holy God.
if you add that up,
that's a lot of your life.
Pads, yeah, like it's it's my
She does nothing else.
I do nothing else. I live on the mats actually.
But that's just crazy.
Yeah, so I train most days twice a day, morning and evening, and then some days I have like lighter days. Some days I have a rest day, but I love training, so it doesn't feel like
work, does it?
No, it doesn't. But sometimes it gets to a stage where you're just burnt out and tired, but either you feel it and you take a step back, or you push through it because that's what being an athlete is. It's not giving in to like the negative voices in your head,
That takes a lot though. Do you agree that's kind of like just life lessons teach you that?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of things. It's like knowing what you want, but yeah, just being like strict with yourself, prioritizing what you want. And
like if you wanted to give advice to a younger you, what would that be? Like if you wanted to say to someone, if you want to be an athlete, this is what it takes. If you were trying to get through to that younger person, like what advice would you give to that?
I'd just say follow your dream, like do it. Fail and keep failing and learn and grow, because you grow when everything's going well, but you grow the most when you lose and when you fail. And I don't think there's a word like failure is such a bad word for sport, because there's no such thing as failure. There's only lessons,
I agree with that.
Even if you slip the wrong way in a fight and you get punched or you get head kicked or you get knocked out, whatever it is, that's a lesson. It's not a failure. It's only setting you up for the next one, Like I think so many people get caught up in like, I want this now, and like I need this now, and I need this win. But ultimately, if you look at the end goal, if it's being a professional fighter, if it's being a world champion,
you have to work for it all.
Yeah, but the thing in front of you is only setting you up for that end goal, Like there's more than just what's in front of you. So all of that's just a lesson for that end goal, if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense, because you just have so much to put into it to what you get out. And like it's not what you get out, it's the journey of actually going through all of that.
Exactly, yeah.
It teaches you so much, and it's such a valuable lesson in your life. Like you might feel like, you haven't got it sorted out. Not everyone doesn't have it sorted out.
Who has it sorted
Nobody.
out? Nobody. Like even your parents don't. No one does. They just go with the flow and learn, isn't it?
Yeah, but you kind of have to. I think that kind of way is not as much kind of in your face anymore. Failure is a big thing to people, and it's definitely not failure. I love the way you said that. It's you are progressing every time.
Yeah.
You don't get your goal, but you still progress.
Yeah. I used to be so caught up in on a fight I just had, and if I've lost a few fights, and it would break my heart, and my partner Jordan would be like, Vicki, this doesn't matter.
Yeah, isn't it lovely that you have him?
Yeah,
though?
he'd be sitting there and I'd be crying. He's like, Vicki, this doesn't matter. Like, you want to be a professional fighter. There's so much more to come. Like, this is just
I love
a little bump in the road,
Jordan, you're awesome. Not to give him a little shout out there to Jordan. How long are you and Jordan together?
So we met in the gym, I think about 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're together 2 years now. Yeah.
He really is like, you're calm, isn't he? I've noticed that.
He is. He's in my corner for all my fights, and he helps me with all my training, and he just like helps me with the mental preparation and holds pads for me, or like teaches me techniques if I need to fix something. Like he's and then
amazing.
outside of that, he's just brilliant as well. Like
he's a kickboxer himself, though.
He's a
an
kickboxer
amazing
himself.
kickboxer.
Yeah, he's going pro soon.
Wow.
And he's just like, I'm very emotional, so he's very level headed. So he brings me down to earth sometimes.
Yeah, you need that sometimes, don't you? Especially in them frightening situations like a fight. I don't think people understand what it's like to walk in.
Yeah.
Like, what is it like to walk in? And like the whole place is cheering for you. And like, what is it going through your head then?
It's so funny because every experience is different.
Really?
Yeah. Like I've had fights where I felt awful and, you know, I don't want to be there. And then I've had fights where I feel so calm and collected and confident. And then I've had fights where I'm like half doubt myself, and then it gets chaotic, and, you know, it's different every time. But I think it's exciting and it's fun, and it's
being nervous makes you feel alive, doesn't it?
I think like the unknown, it's unknown. Every time is different.
And that's kind of scary. It can be very scary.
It can be very scary.
You kind of have to back yourself, though, don't you?
You do. I actually was working with a mental coach, because I used to struggle with like going into fights and the mental side of it. Like I was always physically
sick, kind of thinking of it.
Yeah, I was physically able to fight, and I have the physical attributes. And my coach was always like, you have the physical attributes, it's all in your head. So eventually I was just like, right, you know what?
How did you switch though? Because that's a very hard thing.
Yeah.
You know,
It was, well, what I was doing with that mental coach was like about being present in the moment, and like not controlling your thoughts, because thoughts are going to be there. It's about understanding them and like letting some come in, but not letting others come in, you know, not letting them affect you.
That's the hard part, isn't it?
It is.
But it can be achieved.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that's with age, but I think you can learn. If you learn from your mistakes, not even saying mistakes, but if you learn from your experiences, you're definitely halfway there, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So your fight is on the 6th, and you are ready for this.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I know you're absolutely going to do like unbelievable, because I can feel how mentally strong you are, and like you're so physically strong. Your mental strength has something to be commended.
Thank you.
I wish I was as strong as you.
You are.
I don't know. But like, it's crazy. I just look at you in awe, because I know it started out hard in your life. You fought through it. You are now only 23 years of age. You're an artist. You're a fighter. You have achieved so much. And that's why I wanted you on this couch, because it's helping other people feel like, yeah, your life mightn't be going to plan, but it never will. And it never is going to, really.
Yeah.
You just have to know how to navigate that.
Again, it's the journey, isn't it? It's that journey of life, rather than, you know, just like you work towards a goal, but you enjoy the process of it as well.
And it's enjoying the process is hard.
That's the hard bit, because sometimes you can get too caught up in working towards it, and you forget to actually take life in.
Yeah, I know. It kind of just goes by so quickly. It's like a blur, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember someone saying to me, if you sat down and put all your thoughts, it would only kind of fill a day. That, you know, you could only think of so many thoughts. And it's crazy to say that your whole life can be like thought in that little hours. It's crazy.
Mad.
So you're very, very excited for this fight.
I am, yeah. Chloe's like, I think, one of the last girls that's at the weight that I haven't fought in Ireland. So I am really excited. Like,
How many belts have you got now?
4.
Holy God. If I'm ever in trouble, I'm calling Vicki.
4, yeah.
Kick their ass.
Kick the ass for you. 4, and then, yeah, I'm excited for what's to come next year as well.
Have you any plans for next year already? Oh, she's not. I just got side-eye.
Well, I'd like to start looking at taking the shin pads off, most definitely.
Now, that is a very scary thing.
I've actually fought without them before.
My portions.
My portions, yeah. But I fought without them before, and that was one of the fights that I kind of mentally let myself down, and I lost that fight before I even got in the ring.
What was
because
the difference?
I was so scared.
Yeah, okay.
I was so scared. Like, I was like, well, it was only, to be fair, one of my first few fights. Like, I wasn't as experienced as I am now.
Yeah.
So like fighting was like that was making me nervous. But then the no shin pads, I was like, oh my God.
Did you feel them kicks? Obviously you felt them kicks.
I only felt a check, and then you don't feel the kicks, and
You get numb.
Yeah, you actually just
I don't
like
think that sounds very good, but it's true.
the adrenaline just gets you through. Like it's fun. You actually
Yeah.
you kind of
Enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
You
yeah.
sickly enjoy it.
Well, I actually lost that fight pretty. I was on the back foot the whole time, but I still enjoyed it. Like I was kind of like I came out of it and I was like, I'd do that again. You know?
But you know what it is? It's when you lose, I always, not that I've seen you lose, but even you see young girls lose now, and a lot of them have so much respect for each other
Yeah.
at the end. And I think that respect is something to be commended.
Yeah.
You could be boxing the head off each other, but then it ends and that's it.
It's never personal, unless
Never.
it is personal, but it's not personal
Yeah,
most of the time.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
It's just your job and that's what you have to do.
Like it's so funny. Like me and my last opponent, Rachel, we're like best friends off the mat, and we have been for
Yeah,
like.
but I can confirm she didn't look at Rachel like she was best friends.
Oh my God, no!
I'm sorry, but I can actually remember you looking at her like you're going to kill her.
Oh yeah, no! It was so funny. Like me and Rachel have been really good friends for I think like 2 years now, maybe a year, and I'm always like we're always just hyping each other up when we're fighting, and like she's a beautiful girl as well, so we'd always
She's such a lovely girl.
such a lovely person. So we're always like texting each other like the nicest things. And then we were texting before the fight and we were like, oh my God, I think we might be matched. And she was like, I can't wait to dance with you. And I was like, I can't wait to
I
dance
love the
with
way
you.
you say dance. It's
We were
such an exciting dance.
We were like, it's finally time. We can't wait to fight. And she actually sent me this lovely voice message. She was like, you know what, Vicky? I obviously hope I win. But if you win, I'll be really happy that you won. You know,
I love
like
that.
It was so like we do have a really good friendship, and yeah, 2 months then we were just kind of like being talk. We had the fight lined up.
I always know, but is that a hard thing? That's like
You kind of have to switch in your mind. You kind of do.
Tough to do.
But
Like.
then once we fought, it was just back to
We were
normal.
hugging,
You know.
and I was like, that's just crazy.
Yeah, I was texting her the next day, and you know, if like she had a fight lined up as well, so she wanted to go, she wanted to spar or anything. But yeah, no, when we're back friends, and I'm like always going to be supporting her no matter
But
what.
I love that. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is, and I think years ago it mightn't just have been as close
Yeah.
as it is now. And I love that. Like, even when I came around, all of you were so welcoming, and I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of lost in the world now. That meant so much to me, just people being nice
Yeah.
and
But
just welcoming.
I feel like sports, it's just,
It
it's like that, isn't it?
And you can get your frustration out a lot because you're around, it's a controlled environment. And I think that's what a really important thing is.
Yeah.
You learn a little bit of control,
You
whether
do.
it be mentally or physically.
Yeah. 100%.
And mentally right now is kind of, we all need to be working on that because it's so precious.
Yeah.
And like, you have learned so much from younger Vicky
Yeah.
to now. Are you proud? Like, if you have to be proud, that little girl has to be proud
Yeah.
of Vicky.
I actually know. I know she is. Like, I'd just love to give her a hug and be like, it just works out, you know? It's going to be okay.
But you know what? I used to hear that, a long time ago, that if you kind of reassure your younger self that you're going to be okay, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And I've never really understood that until maybe 6 years ago. And that just hit me, and it's like, you will be. You'll be fine,
Yeah.
Vicky, when visualising stepping into the ring, what is it you visualise?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
That is a good question.
Funny enough, before this year, it used to make me really uncomfortable to visualise.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because you go through it a few times. You go through like the fear of going into the ring a few times. You go through the nerves and stuff. But now I actually just love it. Like, I would visualise stepping into the ring, and there's a few sounds that bring me straight into the ring. Like, there's like, when you're bouncing on the canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's one
that's
of them.
crazy.
And then I'd visualise now some uncomfortable bits, like, you're getting battered and you're getting out of it. But I also visualise myself doing well and, winning the fight. I always hear the last 10 seconds there.
That to me, that even gets me like a bit scared.
Yeah, that always plays in my mind. And then I always visualise my hand getting raised as well.
Oh, I love that you won that fight.
Yeah.
I love that. You kind of have to, though, don't you, really?
You need to believe it as well.
Believe in yourself is the most important thing. Backing yourself is such a big thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think I love fighting so much because it brings out like these vulnerabilities that you have in yourself. So if you don't, you can pretend to back yourself in everyday life, but unless you're actually put under pressure, you're not gonna, like, that's when the real conversation in your brain comes out. That's when, you know, sometimes that's when that negative self-talk comes out, when the positive self-talk should be coming out. But it kind of shows you how your brain is wired.
It's like left and right, which one wins, though, isn't it? Because if you let the other one win, it can really affect your game.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And it can affect your game plan, which is the most important thing. And that can go out the window very quickly, I'm sure. Like,
yeah, it definitely can. And controlling your emotions, that's the biggest one.
I think it's one of the hardest things to ever do is control your emotions.
Yeah.
If I was to ask you what is being made of more to you, what is being made of more to you? What does it mean to you?
What does it mean to me? As a person? Is that what you're...
Yeah. What does that statement mean to you? Being made of more. What do you think you need to be made of more? Do you need anything?
No, I don't think you need anything. I think everyone is made of more. I think it's what you decide to focus on in life and what attributes you decide to...
100%. I love the way that you said that. Yeah, it is. And it's very true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what attributes you want to really put focus on and to bring out, and what kind of person you want to be, you know? Like I think everyone has
it in them, don't
they?
It's just bringing that out, and it's making that your forefront. As I say, you can be really good at different things. Everyone is a different person, and there's no doubt in my mind that everyone has a thing that they're good at.
100%.
Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree. Everyone has something in them, but you know, then we also have our more negative traits of like being lazy, or, you know,
I think lazy is the hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, or like pushing stuff back and just wait until later to do them. Like that's
even the same with emotion. You're like pushing that back because I don't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah, and it only, like, you know, in the grand scheme, you still have to deal with it. So
exactly,
yeah.
you might as well just kind of face it and work through it.
Yeah,
that's so hard to do, and it's so easy for us to be sitting here to say that.
Yeah,
that, you know, you just have to push past it.
It is, of course, and I think only going through life, you'll learn to do it, like to deal with it and how to deal with it properly. And well, actually, properly is the wrong word. Everyone deals with stuff differently, but you kind of learn how to deal with it and how to cope and how to work through, whether it's pain, whether it's, you know, suffering, whether it's even success and stuff. Like this,
success,
you know,
can be hard too, because that comes with negativity.
Yeah,
not everyone is rooting for you.
Yeah,
but
pressure.
That's okay.
Of course, yeah, you need to be able to
do, like, kind of push past it. Would you have like any advice for anyone trying to push past anything right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Pressure.
There's, when I was younger, when I was like 18, 19, and I was kind of going through my first like realization of why I feel so emotional, why I feel so angry and misunderstood. I think, well, for me, talking to someone, that was the first time I talked to someone, and that helped me so much, and it just helped me understand what was going on in my brain. Like sometimes when you're thinking of stuff constantly, and you know, that's when you start overthinking, and it's only natural to do that. Your thoughts become like spaghetti, and they become so jumbled up that you actually lose control, but you lose understanding of what's going on in your head. So just saying them out loud, and, you know, to even a friend, makes you understand it better. It makes you get a better grasp of what's going on, and then it's kind of like the spaghetti starts to straighten out, and you start to like, okay, well, this makes sense, and this adds up with this. So maybe this is how I have to get over it, or maybe this is how I deal with it, you know?
There's solutions.
Yeah, exactly.
You just kind of have to find them, don't you?
Yeah. Now I love journaling. Like, that's my...
Just about to ask you, journaling's a massive thing now, and I think if you can kind of get into something like that when you're young, it's a massive help to your mental health, isn't it?
Yeah. It's hard. Sometimes when you're looking at a page and it's blank, you're just like, how do I even start this? But there's so many prompts you can get, but also just like it can just start off with writing about your day, and then that will lead to something of like something maybe triggered you. Why did it trigger you? And you just keep writing and writing and writing. And or even if you're going like through a breakup, if you're going through a friendship breakup, if you're going, you know, you didn't get the job you wanted or the application didn't get accepted, you write it out and you see, okay, well, it's in front of me now. I can read it back and I can see maybe what was wrong with it or why I'm so upset or why it's affecting me so much. But it's all about having it in front of you and like
visualizing.
Speaking it out or writing it out and understanding it better. And then that would be my advice, would just be.
I think it's so hard sometimes because you don't understand your own self. As you said, it's like
That's
spaghetti
it.
trying to work through it.
Yeah. And
It's hard to get that grasp of, even to start unraveling that spaghetti. You know, we're using spaghetti a lot here, but it is so true. It's very hard to do that, but it is very possible.
And it's like easy for us to say right now, but I know for me it took years and years and years, and I'm still working through a lot of stuff that, like, a lot of, I don't know, reactions that I have or like ways of thinking that I have that like stem from something from my childhood or maybe from
It
something in my
always
teens.
does though, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it never ends, but the more you do it, the more you understand yourself and the more you're able to go back to that control of emotions and, you know, unraveling yourself is a big one.
Even when you were saying you're looking at a blank page, it's kind of like that blank page is your life though, and you are your own author of that life.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that page can become whatever you actually dream of or whatever you wish to be. It's possible.
Yeah, 100%.
You just visualize it and see, right, I'm actually well able to do this.
Yeah.
That no negativity, because we all live with negativity.
Yeah.
Don't let that stop you being you.
Your priorities.
Yeah.
You need to have your own, like a lot of people, and a lot of distractions. You'll have a lot of distractions, but you need to know who you are, what you stand for, and follow that.
Oh,
and
100%.
that's going to lead you to some achievement, I think. That's like, I live by that. It's like, if you just keep doing you, like,
work on yourself a little bit every
that's
day.
gonna, the right thing will unfold at the right time. You know, not every time is the right time, and timing is a big thing, because sometimes you might get an opportunity and you're just not even in the right headspace to take it.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like you can't deal with that at that moment.
Yeah.
But that's okay too, isn't it?
That's another lesson, and that's just
100%.
Yeah.
And it's a lesson that I think if you actually understand, your life won't be as stressful. You know, you can work through things.
Yeah.
That I think we kind of let it take over us a little bit, and you add on a situation in your head, which is really, really possible.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that situation is correct.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's mad to think that someone that didn't feel like they had it all together years ago, you have it together.
Oh my God, I still don't have it
She
together.
has
Are
it together.
you crazy?
Look, maybe we don't all have it 100% together, and that's okay. But I have to say, you are very much an inspiration to anyone that's around you.
Thank you. That's
And
very
for
nice
any
to
young
hear.
person wanting to, you know, look up to people, I would always say you were, you know, that person, because you're still very young. You have so much life experience. You're very well able to speak and talk. And I just think it's an amazing thing that you have. You're such like a bright, shining light.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
And I wish you the very, very best of
Thank
luck.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are going to play a little game called Then, Now and Always.
Okay.
I promise it's easy.
Okay.
So we're going to start with then. What would have been your favourite childhood song when you were a kid? Obviously your childhood.
Oh, it has to be a Pink Floyd song, because it's
Oh,
something
Pink Floyd, I love it.
It's something me and my dad would listen
Oh,
to.
that is so sweet. Now, what's your favourite song? So has your music taste changed?
This is a tough question.
I knew everyone says that.
easy questions, you say.
Yeah.
What's my favourite song now? Oh my God, my mind's gone blank.
It's so hard to think on the
It's
spot.
so hard. I would say
Your walkout song is?
my last walkout song, they've been changing now. My last walkout song was Calvin Harris.
That half played, but we won't.
We did.
We won't get into that.
It didn't even play.
It didn't really play, but it didn't throw you off, so
No.
you were okay.
It was absolutely fine.
So-
it means I can recycle it for the next one.
Yes, exactly. So kind of now you're kind of listening to everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
You don't have like a specific genre.
Do you know what my favourite song right now is? It's an Amy Winehouse song. It is called Cherry Wine or something. I don't know. I just have it on repeat.
Okay, that is your now.
Yeah,
Always. What is your forever always song?
it would have to be a Pink Floyd song.
Really?
Yeah,
Your dad was a massive fan, obviously.
yeah.
Was in your house?
We'd be singing it, we'd be playing it, we'd be going, we'd be driving, and we'd have it on. Because do you remember when we used to have CDs?
Yeah. Oh my God, these tapes. What? You were so much younger than me. It was tapes I had.
Well, we had CDs, and they would be on repeat.
Repeat.
We'd have like 5 CDs, and I remember I was like,
So you knew every word of every song.
yeah.
So that is your always song. Thank you again for coming in with me. You have been just absolutely amazing.
That was so much fun. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome.
I really enjoyed this.
Just a shout out that this season of Made of More is sponsored by Empower Fitness in Carlow. Train with world-class coaches and join classes built for lifelong results. Get stronger, feel better, be empowered. Find them on Instagram at Empower Fitness Carlow. That's a wrap for today, Vicki. I really appreciate it again. I hope safe journeys going back to Dublin, and thank you so much for coming and sitting on my couch
Thank you
with
for
me.
having me
Thank you.
again.
You've been listening to Made of More with Laura O'Donoghue, proudly sponsored by Empower Fitness Carlow. Train with world-class coaches and join classes built for lifelong results. Get stronger, feel better, be empowered. Find us on Instagram at Empower Fitness Carlow.